Welcome back, everybody, to the Lost Mines of Phandelver, week number 2, hour number 2. Our PCs, our evil PCs, have actually survived the most difficult part of the adventure so far, the cart ride to town. And actually, I shouldn't say they survived because the rogue didn't make it. Yeah. So what did we learned? You don't piss off the oxen.
Mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Exactly.
I see what you did there.
So having just learned this lesson, it's quite interesting that as you walk down the street, having just left, sorry, I've lost his name, having just left Barthen's provisions and met up with that, you've realized that nobody knows where Gundren is. You've learned that his two brothers are somewhere outside and should be coming into town for their own provisioning at some point. The other crates that you picked up are from the Lion's Shield Trading Guild, which you've learned is just down the street. And so, having just learned about the bull's horns, it's interesting that as you're walking down the street, you see, kind of because you're passing through the town center, which is kind of just this open, muddy area. You see about an average height. As you look closely, you realize it's a tiefling. It's got dark blue skin, almost black. Sorry, dark blue hair, almost black. Its skin is pale, almost like a blue. Piercing yellow eyes. Bull horns come out of its head, much like the oxen.
Where is it? Is it standing in the middle of the road, or?
It's kind of in the town center, and it's going on and on about something. Its arrowhead tail whipping back and forth, waving its small clawed hands. Going on, and it as you come closer, it runs towards you, going on about something. What is it going on and on about? Mr. Tiefling.
Greetings, travelers. I am the Hand of Oral. She will cover the lands in ice, and the wind will chill you to the core. Submit your offerings to Oral, and save yourselves.
Are they? Is the tiefling standing in the way, or is it just like stop our cart, basically? Or did he or she stand in the way of the cart to stop it, or just standing at the side of the road, sort of deal?
I don't think I could stop a cart, so I'd be standing beside the cart telling this to you guys.
Is the he or she part of this apparent?
What's that?
What?
Yeah. Do we know the gender of this tiefling?
He.
Is it he? Male.
Okay, so we're not guessing. All right. You know what? I think we can do this. This cart's a lot lighter now, you said, right? So I'm going to unhitch one of the oxen.
I laugh at his beckoning to us, and in Infernal I say Mirik sends his regards, and I throw him a gold.
Oh, okay. Well, you got it covered.
Thank you, traveler. You have saved yourself this day.
I cackle.
But what about you? I'm looking at Sragg.
I reach into the cart, and I'm going to hand the tiefling a Morning Star.
What is this?
A gift.
Oral does not accept morning stars.
I say, don't mind him. He's in mourning.
My, you're a strange one.
I just disregard.
All right. I'm afraid I don't have much coin.
You're gonna hear thunder booming in from behind you,
Okay.
and oh, there's Oral now. She is most displeased. Please, coin, sir.
I'm going to pull out one of the 2 silver pieces I have and hand it over.
One of the 2.
Yes. I'm
Well-
charitable.
Most gracious. And then I'll turn towards where the thunder came from, and I'll make my eyes glow blue, and I'll say a few words as if to summon a spell as the thunder dissipates.
The thunder rolls.
I applaud.
Hercules. Hercules.
Quite a useful ability you have there.
My
Have a
applaud was
deity
like
at your beck and call.
my applaud was kind of like a golf clap. So, you know.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous.
I wonder, for our donations, could you tell us where we can find the building bearing that symbol on the crates?
Down the street.
It's that way, down the street. Perhaps I could join you. They have not yet paid their offering.
Yes,
like the sound of that.
let's collect some offerings. I say.
Have you collected an offering from the last shop we were? You know what? Let's start selling insurance.
I did not see from which shop you came.
That's fine. We'll stop at all of them.
That was a shop.
All right then. So we're gonna start selling oops insurance. Gotcha.
Okay, so
Door insurance.
as you look down the street to where the tiefling pointed, you see just kind of like the half the sign poking from around the building with the large. It's like one of those hanging wooden signs, and you see like just the half of the symbol, just kind of obscured a bit by the building.
Okay. Go up to the shop.
Okay, so you trudge along. So it's getting to be kind of late at night now. It's probably say it's definitely past dusk, and it's now into evening.
Uh-huh.
Some of the city like torches have been lit. Most of the doors appear to be closed onto all the shops, and as you approach this one, the door is definitely closed. You do not see any lights coming from the window.
I'm gonna go beat on the door.
I look over to the tiefling. I say, "He's good for that."
Okay, so you pound away on the door for a couple of seconds and wait, and wait, and wait.
You misunderstand me, sir.
Oh boy. Well, knock harder.
Beat on the door right quick there.
Are you attempting to break down the door? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I did.
It's a reinforced steel door.
If it's reinforced steel, I'm going through the wooden wall. You know what? You know what? It's even easier. If this is going to be an issue, there's a window. You just told me about it just a minute ago.
No, you can like you're bashing the door down with your hands.
My shoulder, yeah. I'm going to take it out.
Well, give me a strength check then.
Okay. Let's talk to this door.
DC 15.
As he's doing that, I say, I'm not paying for that door.
Oh, it hurt.
Yeah, you bash on it a little bit, and then
I think that's steel.
you run up against it, slam your shoulder into it, and normally this is not going to do damage, but give me a D2 for damage.
I look over to the tiefling. I'm like, okay, he's not that useful, I guess.
You take 1 damage, like you bruise your shoulder up, like you ran into it pretty hard.
Oh, that made me mad. I'm going to use my other shoulder.
Here he goes.
You
No,
always
not
like
gonna work.
That's
this.
still a fail too. You managed to like save yourself from the damage this time though.
Now I see why he has no coin.
Spending it on doors. Well, not these ones anyway. Maybe weaker, smaller doors. Maybe dwarven doors.
Okay. Is there any guards around somewhere that we can get the owner of this place?
You mean by get? Get him!
What time is it now? About evening? You said dusk.
This door injured my shoulder. I want to press charges.
You look around, you don't see anybody particularly. You noticed a couple like maybe faces through windows across the street, but they are no longer looking.
Hey, blue one, do you know where we can find lodging in this mud hole?
You must have passed by the inn when you entered town.
Yeah, you guys actually
That was an
literally
inn?
went right past
Yeah,
it.
it was on the way out.
Well, I'll be there if you need me. I don't want to walk, but I suppose I have no choice.
Let's. Well,
Figure something out with the wagon. I'll be over there.
I'm start dragging the wagon that way.
To the inn?
You guys
Okay.
what are you guys trying to do with the wagon? think
I
I'm
just said-
missing this.
I just said, forget it. I'm going to the inn. Figure out what you're doing with the wagon. I'll see you there, basically. And so I just gave up on beating the door down for now, I guess.
Have you tried knocking?
Yes.
With his face.
I'm leaving before a torch gets involved. I'll come back in the morning. I know my own opinions on this stuff.
I'll ask. Door was jammed, was it?
Yes.
Figures. Primitive door makers in this town.
Let's see if we can get a room. I'm gonna. Parry, is this your cart?
Yes. Yes, it is my cart.
Are these your oxen?
I don't really like oxen, especially after the events earlier. I know what he's. I know. Not
Maybe we
really,
could
but
trade
Yes.
one of the oxen for lodging for a few nights here.
Sure. That one. I point to the one who's nuts. So that if there's more than one oxen, is there more than one oxen or just one oxen?
2. Yeah.
Too.
I point to the one who's nuts. I hit with a rock. That one. Get rid of that one.
We'll offer some meat in exchange for some a place to stay for a while and some food would be good. If we can't get food out of it, we'll leave the other one.
Neat. I'm like, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sure they serve food at the establishment.
I'm not paying for it.
Now perhaps we'll collect some more donations, eh, Blue Man?
Yes, they might pay.
Are we there yet?
Are you pulling the cart?
Yes.
How are you pulling the cart? Are you just like pulling the
Leading
He's
the
just
ox.
leading the
Leading the
oxen.
oxen.
Okay.
So
The
I was
reins
wondering
broke.
what you were doing.
This
The reins
wonderful
broke.
conversation, one of the reins broke. Yeah, this wonderful conversation happens, and you lead the oxen in front of the inn, which is you literally passed it when you came in. Like in your conversation when you first met the tiefling was almost right outside of it. Like had you looked to your right, you would have seen it. So when you get the front of it, like there's a spot to tie up horses and stuff like that. Not so much a cart and oxen.
Are there horses on this beam currently?
There's one or two, yeah.
Are they off to one side particularly? Either way.
Yeah. Are you looking for a spot that you could tuck the cart in?
Yeah, I'm going to try to run it so that the pole is between the two oxen, then lash them to it for now.
Okay, so you get the oxen and the cart kind of tucked away to the side and them tied such that they can't wander off, and then the cart's not in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're secured. Carts, the oxen will not run away. Your cart's sitting there wide open with all the stuff on top of it.
I'm going to turn to the party. Would one of you like to do the negotiating? I don't tend to do so well with the subtle part of this. I'll handle it if it gets out of hand.
Perhaps this one. I point to the blue guy. Like, I like the way he negotiated out of us. Or negotiated with us. I just laugh. More lightning, perhaps.
If I must. What is it you need?
3 rooms in exchange for an oxen. For at least 2 nights. At least. Try for a week first.
What is the price of an oxen?
I don't know, and I hope he doesn't either.
Usually inns have a general knowledge of these types of things.
I'm sure he's bought a side of beef, but maybe a live. I don't know. Doesn't even require refrigeration.
Can you milk an oxen? I'm confused.
I don't know, but this one's udders are swollen.
Well, I'm not trying. Oh, wow.
Have you considered letting them
Well,
use
then.
the oxen while we have the rooms?
Rent the oxen out? Are we an oxen dealership now? Rent an ox!
You can pay whatever you want.
Doesn't sound very orthodox. Ah? Oh, man.
Whatever you think you can do with this.
Well, then negotiate. Come on, then.
How fond of the ox are you?
Particularly not.
About as fond as the ox. We're about as fond as you. I can't even say it. As we are of you, or as you are. I can't even say it. We're just as fond as you as we are the oxen, and vice versa. There. Wow.
Okay.
You are
Well-
an odd one.
Well, this conversation's happening. Like
I'm arguing with. He's arguing with himself. Go ahead.
the door to the inn swings open, and you see a man stumble out, clearly inebriated, and he goes to step down off the porch area and misses and just falls flat in his face and kind of rolls over onto his back, and you see him kind of laughing.
Is it what race is this?
He's just a human. And he's
hello, man.
He's covered in mud. As you say that, his eyes kind of look over to you, and they look at you, and he just kind of grins. But then you see his eyes shift slightly to the right, where Sragg is standing, and his eyes just go big, and you see him push. Like on the ground in the mud with his hand, like he's trying to get away, like in his legs are kicking in front of him.
Don't worry about him.
And he rolls back over on his hands and knees and gets up and just runs.
Where are you going? You haven't donated. No, you got away.
And he's gone.
I don't think they like you here.
What a sad, strange little man. Well,
let's see if they can compensate you for your ox.
I'm gonna hold the
I'll
door
go
open.
inside. Yeah, I'll go inside the inn.
Okay, so you swing open the door to the inn, and you see to the left is the bar. You see a short human behind it, about 5 foot something. Looks friendly enough, and then there's a number of tables to the left, maybe about 6 tables round, and there's a number of patrons sitting at them. There's a low rumble of various conversations going on, which kind of all stop. Just you came in?
I know. I'm following him.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you come in too, Sragg?
Mm-hmm.
So they're continuing their conversation, and then you notice they snap, like they turn their heads to see who came in. They continue their conversation. Most of them they go back to talking. One table near the back kind of looks, and you see a couple of men like kind of fixate on you a bit, Sragg, and then they clearly are having a conversation and looking at you. Like it's quite apparent that their conversation is now about you.
They're concerned about him, but not the tiefling.
No.
Okay.
The kind of reaction to the tiefling is there's no reaction actually at all.
Okay.
It's almost
So
like a Tim again type reaction.
Oh, okay. So he's common.
He's been around, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll as we're walking in and everyone goes silent, I'll say, "Worry not, good citizens. Your savior, the blue man, has arrived." I gesture towards him. And don't worry about this one. He's as tame as a kitten. Couldn't even knock down a door.
Most of the bar is pretty much ignoring you. You see our barmaid come up, and she's like, "Aren't you a fine-looking group? Why don't you grab a seat over there, and I'll be right with you." She points to an empty table.
I gesture my hand towards the table.
What's her general overall appearance?
She's wearing kind of just regular clothes, nothing too extravagant. She's not particularly I want to say this to not sound like.
So how many? From rating from 1 to 10.
7.
Okay. Here we go. I just nod and do one of these like gracious things. Laughing, sort of sarcastically.
Okay, so you go sit down.
Yep.
Okay, she you see her go to another table and talk to them for a bit, and then she eventually comes back to you and says, "Name's Elsa. What do you be having?"
Something strong for the green one. He needs some strength. Blue man, what do you drink?
So a mug of
I'll
ale
take-
for the green one.
I'll take a local ale for me.
A mug of ale for you, Sir. Actually, what? Sir Reef. Actually, you wouldn't say Sir because you'd have to be a knight, right? Mr. Reef. Master Reef. There we go.
He nods.
What's your finest drink and cost thereof?
Well, we have a wide selection. I would recommend there's ale, or there's ale. Actually, no. I take that back. It comes in 2 sizes. We have a mug or a gallon.
Just a mug for me, then, I suppose.
That is a excellent. Oh, sorry. I'm so bad. I'm new at this. There's also we have wine.
Yes, I'll take the wine instead.
Now I think you want the fine wine.
How much is the fine wine?
10 gold for a bottle.
No, thank you. I'll have the ale. I say disgruntled that I only have.
You look like quite the
10
adventurer.
gold.
Surely you can afford something like that.
My servants have all my coin and they aren't available currently.
Oh, that's so bad to hear.
Indeed.
Okay, coming right back. I got a mug, 2 mugs of ale, and a bottle of wine.
No bottle of wine for me.
Oh, very well.
Ale.
3 mugs of ale. Coming right up, dude.
Ale. I start talking really slowly. I would only like
She's
some
already gone.
ale.
She flips her hair and kind of heads to the bar.
I shake my head and say, "Townies." What's the overall appearance of this place on the inside?
Fairly well kept. Most of the patrons around you seem to be kind of scruffy looking, kind of roughnecks. They're clearly out prospecting. They're kind of their clothes are dirty and worn.
Mining town.
Yeah.
Are they all human?
Yeah, actually most of them, yeah, they're all human.
All human? They
From
all
what you
appear
can
to be
see
human.
at first glance.
Okay.
Like if you look closer, you might notice a couple pointed ears that could be half elves. And
Okay. But general, okay. No other tieflings. Our only tiefling is this guy.
yeah, that is the only.
No other half orcs, obviously, because they're like, oh my god, he's green. Ew.
From what you would think, yeah.
Yeah. Is there any music
it's clear
playing?
that there's no music playing, but it's clear that those two that first kind of appeared to be talking about Sragg are continuing, and every once in a while you catch them pointing.
How many patrons are there approximately currently? If I had to guess. Looking around.
There are 8, so the 2 and then 6 others,
Not
I
including us.
noticed
Okay.
the
not including
pointing.
you guys.
What's that, Sragg?
Heaven's sakes. I said, heaven's sake, say no, but I'm going to ask anyway. Have I noticed the pointing?
Let's find out.
Spot check?
No, because you're not actively searching for it, it's going to be the mob.
You're probably used to that.
It's a stealth check against your passive perception, so they're a little bit intimidated by you, so they're attempting to kind of hide it a bit. You're not actively searching for it, so what is your passive perception?
14.
Okay, so you do notice it.
Okay, so when I see them point, I'm going to lean into the table and say, a moment, and scoot back, and stand up, and start walking towards the table.
Okay. They immediately stop their conversation, and they're sitting across from the table from each other, and they're just fixated, staring at each other like wide-eyed, like not saying a word anymore.
I'm sort of beckoning to the barmaid over. Drinks. Like, hurry up with the drinks.
She just motions you like, 1 minute, dear.
When I get there, I'm going to be loud enough to come out and cut through the conversation.
They
Well,
stop talking.
lads. Oh no, cut through the conversation in the room.
Okay.
I'm going to bumble.
Okay.
No.
Well, lads, what's so interesting?
They, so they were both staring at each other, and you come up beside, and they kind of just, you see the one that you can see the face of, you just see his eyes kind of point up, and then you realize they both did that, and they're like, nothing. And they keep.
So now I'm nothing.
No.
I think they were talking about giving us the donations for the Blue Man cause.
My friend over here, and the one guy's pointing across the table, and it's clear he's throwing his friend under the bus. Like, my friend over here seems to think he knows who you are, and he's pointing. And the other guy's like, shut up.
Well, I'm not from around here, so that'd be rather interesting. Let's hear it. I love a good story.
And you hear like you hear a clunk under the table, and then you see the one guy across that was being pointed at kind of jump, and he's like, you're the butcher of Harrowdale. And then he scoots like his seat away from you, kind of trying to put some distance.
Okay.
Just gonna mute you for a second.
Oh, do I overhear? Do we all overhear this? It's just out of curiosity.
Yes, based on Sragg's tone, like
Okay.
the guy would have matched.
Go ahead, Sragg.
Now that's a dangerous thing to say. That's a wanted man. I wouldn't want to be putting a finger on
I'll
that.
tell you
would
one thing. He hasn't butchered any doors recently.
You mistaken, sir. I don't think there's any price on your head.
I'm gonna stand up.
And if there is, we certainly
turn.
don't know anything about it.
I want to stand up and turn to these fellows and be like, perhaps you'll pay for our rooms for the night.
Make an accusation such as that.
Yes, what he said.
Well, we thought you were the renowned butcher of Harrowdale, like that saved the city.
The renowned butcher. Go ahead, sorry.
And if he is, you should offer him a room in the tavern.
For his great deeds. Yes, great deeds.
Bluff check
Acceptable.
or charisma check. What are you checking there?
Yep. For who? Oh, that's not me. Don't check mine.
I think we're
Persuasion
Deception,
check.
right?
Persuasion.
What?
Yeah, it's persuasion.
Persuasion? Okay.
You're trying to get them to do something they wouldn't normally do.
Nope. And perhaps a bottle of wine for the other one. And I gesture towards crazy Parry.
And then the guys like look at each other and they're like, pointing, and then you just say, we're sorry, we don't have that. We're just prospectors. We barely have enough for ourselves. And then they you see them slap down a coin on the table, look at the barmaid, and they zip on out.
I'm going to look at the coin. Is it local? Or have I seen it before?
It's the same kind of coin as you're carrying.
Okay.
As that
Let's
happens,
go.
you see Elsa swings by and cleans up the table, gives you a kind of awkward smile, and grabs the cups that were there and the coin that was on the table and heads off.
Just sit back down.
I say, and then there was 6. Or however many that left.
No, actually, when I walk back, I'm going to tell the other two, I'm going to go check on our cart.
So as you're heading out, Elsa swings by. She's got, I got your ale right here.
I'll take it as I'm going by.
Please come back with the cup.
Nodding as I'm walking.
No cups on the patio.
No drinks beyond this point.
So she brings out the other 2 mugs to you guys sitting down there, and she's like, "So, the butcher of Haredale. That sounds like an interesting story."
Is she talking to?
She's talking to you 2.
You'll have to ask the green one about that. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it.
It does sound like an interesting story. Perhaps it was fated that we meet.
Perhaps, she says. She's like, "So, what finds?" She's clearly just making small talk right now. So, what brings you guys to the fine city, kind of almost sarcastically, of Phandelver, wherever the hell we are.
She's actually saying that wherever the hell we are.
Wherever the hell this dump is.
Wherever the hell dump I'm working in. Phandelver. Oh, I'm new here too.
We're just traveling merchants, delivering some goods.
Oh yeah,
That sort of deal.
that sounds like quite the adventure. Are you guys adventurers?
I'm merely the hand of Oral. I deliver her message.
Ooh, fancy, she says.
That sounds naughty, the hand of Oral.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, yes, I don't know. I don't even know this blue one's name. What's your name, blue one?
My name is Damakos.
That's Damakos.
She's like, damn, Kos.
Indeed. He's here collecting for, what was his name again, Damakos?
Oral.
Yeah, Oral. Yes, he's the hand of Oral. He
That
That
collects.
sounds important.
It is. He's very important. He demands respect.
Hey, if you guys are all adventurers and stuff, you must know Darren Eldermath.
We've had our dealings with him.
Really?
I'm clearly blushing at this point. Yes. That's not very interesting now, is it?
I don't know. He comes in here and he's got the greatest stories.
Well, I mean, that's debatable. We have our own fair share of stories. I don't know if they're the greatest, but, you know.
Well, do tell me a story.
I start arguing with myself. No, tell about that. No, I'm not telling you about that. The throne? Are you mad? Not the throne. No. Bones. Yes, great throne. I'm having a drink, just discussing with myself. Chantal's even laughing at my ridiculousness.
So while this like bizarre conversation's going on, she's kind of just giving you a furrowed brow and trying to maintain like a pleasant smile at you at the same time, like
I have to go now.
yeah. And then you hear the barkeep, Elsa, you got other tables. She's just smiles at you, and you see her kind of spin 180 and hurry away.
Goodbye, Elsa.
Give me a shout if you need anything, dears.
Oh
Oh no.
So we still don't have rooms, right? Okay. When I'm done my drink, I will go up to the barkeep and inquire about rooms.
How much is the ale?
She didn't tell you yet.
All right. Hopefully it's cheaper than the wine bottle.
Do you ask her that?
Yeah, how much is the ale, by the way, I ask? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm so bad at this. I'm just starting. It's 4 copper each.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Thank goodness
Thank
you
you.
reminded me. You just see the barkeep just shaking his head like, oh.
I just go. Okay, that'll be all. Thank you. See you to the other tables. Goodbye, Elsa. You should tend to someone, Elsa.
She's like, it's so funny.
Yes.
And she doesn't go far. It's not a huge bar, but
Right.
she goes to walk away and then realizes she just has to turn around. And get to
She's
the other
already there.
table.
Yeah. Yep.
Meanwhile, outside, the oxen and the goods are still there.
Okay.
You counting all the
Sign of
crates?
Yeah. Any sign of that little guy that ran away earlier?
Nope.
How about the two guys that left? The witnesses.
The witnesses.
No, you see no sign of them.
Okay.
Witnesses to the butcher of Bakersfield, or whatever it is you're called.
They know too much.
Oh boy.
Oh well, they're not here right now. That's all that matters. But that just means that my reputation has made it here. So I'm going back inside and going to start trying to speed up the getting a room to put our stuff somewhere safe.
Okay, so by the time you cut back in, Damakos has finished his ale and he's on his way up to the bar. You approach the barkeep and he just kind of gives you a head nod, like, "What's up?"
We require rooms for the night.
Okay, what do you need? 1 room? 3 rooms? I don't know how this works.
We would need 3 rooms. 1 for the crazy one, 1 for the green one, and 1 for myself.
You want your same room?
Did you say cinnamon room or same room?
room.
Do you want the cinnamon
Do you want the
room?
cinnamon
I'll
suite?
take the cinnamon room, please.
It's fabulous.
Oh, wonderful. Sounds like cinnamon and sage.
Okay. The same room will be fine, thank you. What is
That
the
would be
cost?
fabulous.
Okay. That will be unknown amounts because I can't seem to find the damn price guide.
Thank
Did
you.
Did you barter trading an oxen?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, we will come back after a break to find out how much the room costs and whether or not Sragg goes on a murdering spree because somebody recognized his past identity.
What a
Stay tuned on
cliffhanger!
Twitch. Stay tuned on Twitch. We will be back in a minute, and YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching.
Ciao.
Yeah.